I'm just trying to play cool, but I just can't hide that I want you.
Anjir dari tadi. Hai guys, sorry ya Allah. Maaf.
Underdog and Pacific making the run, qualifying.
Guys, gue pengen sambil makan boleh nggak?
In that region, but now they're fighting for survival. We saw them back at Champions go out in the group stage in 2 matches to foot. This is their chance to do better. And as we look at the map feed, though, we're starting off on Breeze.
And I know Kakuka loves that map.
Oh my God!
Kok nggak bisa sih?
Started on Breeze. I am so happy to see more Breeze, but it makes a lot of sense. Yes, T1 lost it the other day, but it was the first time this year that they actually lost it. They rely a lot, and they, know.
Makan apa sih, Bel? Makan nasi.
Now, if Leviathan paid attention to what G2 was doing,
Kan dulu ya guys, sambil makan nggak sih?
to have some edge to know what to do against them.
I think also this like Harbor Viper comp they play, which is pretty unique, works pretty well against Lev's style. They play this
Morning,
default
Diamante,
comp
halo guys,
very
welcome to
solid.
stream.
Kind of get
Like,
shut
thank
down
you.
by all
Saya mau
the
sambil makan
attributes of
aja.
like how well that team scales and kind of shuts down
Makan
star
teman-teman
players.
ya.
And I think this Harbor Viper comp can do the same. There's a lot of options to nullify Osboss's impacts here. It actually makes it pretty difficult for him and his supportive players to set him up.
One thing I see though
Apa
is
tuh,
at
Pet?
the end of the series is Icebox.
Yeah.
Lah, nge-lag anjing.
I feel like if we get to that point, you kinda have to favor Leviathan. That
Bener
could
sih,
be
lawannya Leviathan, Cok.
No, I think that T1 looked really good in their
Gimana ya?
last showing of Icebox. Both these teams, it's been the best map we've
Kira-kira.
seen from them thus far, at least here.
I heard they went A on Icebox.
They did, famously.
Coba jangan bantah-bantah aku, orang gue aja beban anjir, gue di carry.
We need to focus and think a little bit more about how things are going to be started here on this Breeze.
Kocak lu maafin cung, gue jadi
Not
carry.
the strongest map for Leviathan. They haven't really won it since, I believe, week 3 or about to in Americas. And there is one thing that concerns me. Yes, Aspas had a very good first map the other day, but there were a lot of advantages in all the 3 maps that they weren't able
Jangan lupa like dulu nggak sih guys, makasih. Aku makan sambil makan ya.
if
Lapar
they
banget
are
anjir.
to win here today, I want to see it convincing. And it has to start by, using every advantage that you have.
Yes. Besides that star though, there's a lot of other players who tend to step up on Breeze. The 2 I'm looking at is number 1 Tex. When he played G2 back in Americas on this map, he was on fire. I think he's a fantastic player when he's solo anchoring on that cipher of finding the weak point in an execute. And I think it's really the same for Calm. That guy has been so
Jangan lupa like
clutch
dulu
this
teman-teman,
tournament
thank you
thus
so
far.
much, Jangan lupa like,
No
makasih.
big surprises across the board. You're gonna get Izu on that Yoru there. You can see them potentially get a little clever with that, but I am excited. We didn't really talk about Saya, but Saya versus Aspas, man. I mean, that's another exciting matchup that we're gonna see.
Yeah, exactly. And
Aspas
the other
redup
day
nggak nih?
on Breeze,
Enggak lah,
he was
Aspas
being
nyala,
shut
Cok.
down time and time again. My guy was not successful, but I do believe it had to do with the composition. They know
Kalau main race boleh lah redup. Main jet mah enggak anjir. Jangan lupa like teman-teman, TY.
Trying to get those first picks, and Leviathan should be ready for that.
Carpe as well was great on the first showing for T1 on this map. I think he's a really clutch player. He's going to win a lot
Sorry,
of
dulu
those
nggak sih?
late rounds, and I think was actually quite well timed
Masih
with
menjadi
Izu
misteri
to
apa
kind of set up
yang
some of
berubah
these
dari
like
rambut si Bella
flash
Heart?
plays
Berubah
into
anjay.
the backside with the Yoru. They have a lot of creative stuff for Lev to dig their teeth into.
Well, let's get into our first elimination match of Shanghai. You already know who I'm going to be sending it over to. Fellas, have fun. It's Achilleos and Paper Thin on the call.
Thank you very much, GB, Mimi, and Kakuka. Yes, here we go. Another day of action, but unfortunately one that will result in one of these teams going back home. It's elimination time. It always sucks to get to this point, but somebody's got to go.
It's got to happen, and it's a really, really awesome matchup we have here today. Leviathan versus T1. 2 teams that looked pretty good in their openers, but ran into some really tough opponents. So you could convince me either way of this match, to be completely honest. I feel very confident in both teams in some ways, and I also have some big question marks about them and a lot of others, right? Like,
Demon One meredup,
obviously
anjas.
we
Iya,
know
Demon One
Osboss
apa ya?
is amazing, but
Pukul
you know,
dulu
he's
bisa
great
sih.
for first bloods, but what was really interesting, T1 really good if they don't
Hari
get
ini
the
kurang
first
gede ya
blood.
suaranya.
Already, contact happening here outside of elbow as everybody gets ready to rush their way down into mid. Com gonna be able to find
Gue
the
sambil
first
makan ya
blood.
guys.
Will fall,
Gue
but
lapar
Rossi, that shot there on the Tex. Let's take him down, but HP bars here for T1 absolutely in tatters. Let's see if they're gonna be able to try to recover this round. It's already deep flank coming through. King getting himself pushed all the way out of shop, ready to try to intercept it. Oh, catching one over at Beach. Side player gonna be taken down.
Iya, hilang soalnya gue udah nggak
Readjustment
Discord
towards mid here
Nitro.
for T1 with King's position. Are they going to be able to read? He's gone up into Hall. Nobody right now going to be crossing
Jangan
into
lupa
that
like dulu,
direction, but
teman-teman.
tough right now. T1
Gue cuma satu
should
match
be
ya,
able to get
soalnya
the
gua
space
mau
to get the
pergi
plant down, but after that, like you mentioned, health bars are in the gutter, so it's going to be rather challenging for them. They're going to have to hit some crispy headshots versus those ghosts and that Sheriff of Aspas.
At the very least, we'll be able to get the plant
Bebek
through,
lu
get
kemana,
that extra
Bel?
little bit of cash as well as an ult charge here for Carpe. But Rossi with a nice little peek out into mid is able to get a one-tap onto Mazzino.
Gereja kak, iya.
Brings it back into parity as far as
Kok
the numbers are
gitu,
concerned, so a
mau gereja?
3v3.
That's unbelievably
Nah,
huge
kalau
that he gets
saya
that kill there.
Need a lot more of that if you still want to win out this round, though. Carpe, they only want a full HP. Plenty of noise being made here as they start this advance. Ghost in hand, recon at the ready. Darts flying, ships in the night crossing, but
Setiap hari
field
bertugas
not going to
ya.
be coming through. Carpe just trying to stay tucked, trying to stay safe. King able to find Rossi. Carpe with a headshot. Claiming one, cannot get the other. Now it's X-Curate here. Looking for this backstab opportunity. Flanking his way
kebantai
back
gini.
through this double door. Spike planted here on the flank. The push up. Com spotting him, taking him down. It's going to be a 3K here for the side of Com as the defuse. Just enough time to be able to get that one through. Left will take the pistol.
Yeah, this early scrap did not go T1's way, and those health bars just
Gimana, guys?
so weak that they had to go for big
Halo,
shots.
Andi. Assalamualaikum. Waalaikumsalam.
I mean, Rossi's able to find one. X-Curate goes for the long wrap after trying to cut off the rotations through defender spawn, but it's a good play here for Lev, kind of reading the position of T1 well, throwing their utility into the mix, making it tough to get a real good idea of what's going on either side. You know, T1 tries to cascade their way through, but just allows Lev to kind of disrespect it, start doing some serious damage, but I'd be really curious now on this next pistol. It's like a bigger stack in, and Aspas might have an opportunity.
Saya with a Sheriff dashes over to the side with a second
Whoa.
shot. Is able to take him down. Aspas gets himself on the board. And as Izut is trying to enter over here on A.
Saya player
Teamwork
jangan
for
macam-macam
King
dah
to
kalau
find the
otak
two does
gue mah.
eventually falls. Carpe cleans it up. Wants to try to push over, grab. Maybe even that gun, but no. Shock dart, spam across. Aspas able to fish out another one. Now Spike stranded. Carpe on his lonesome. Just a classic in hand. Aspas still showing respect, but now the full flash on him.
Anjing, nice play.
With the Sheriff will go ahead and pick up a 3K of his own. As Lev very smoothly get a 2-0
Siang
start.
Nightmare,
No
aku terus
opportunity
stream.
for X-Curate to pull off some heroics
Not this time.
in the
Keren
eco
banget pada
round.
api
Yeah,
kuning ya.
just shut right down with the shock dart and the outlaw combo there. Nicely handled by Lev. Reading the situation very nicely, even with the dash from Carpe popped and able to avoid the first shot. Aspas still steady for that second one. Tried to get the high tide up, but pushing through that poison cloud initially. T1 through A main. Yeah, you're pretty
Masih
weakened up
13
already. You've
doang,
already got
kalah.
worse guns. Just kind of a nice shutdown by Leviathan, reading things out well. Rossi's going to commit that poison orb early to cut off mid. This is something we've been seeing a lot here from T1 on this map, on their attacker side, to try to gain some mid control, try to gain some map control of their own. Allows them a little bit more safety, cutting through high tide up as well, but that's alerting
Anjing, beres banget dah.
Leviathan to the presence of this push from T1. Carpe going to try to clear some of that Cypher utility. Here we go.
Kalau enggak beca
Going to be
ganti
taken
gitu.
down. Looking for the spot there. That's going to be the fake out. Caught as the trap wire goes through. Push onto the wall side player, able to find Comazino. But that Spectre, though, does take out X-Curate.
Ah!
Gets into the action. He's with one little
Kalah
reply there on
nggak
Mazzino.
sih? Anjir.
Still holds the site. 2 kills for him
Halo,
in the
Yos
round.
Dewa, welcome
Already
to
fairly
stream.
devastating for T1 in this third round of the half. Quick little pop out from Aspas. Still has that outlaw
Halo
in
Muhammad
hand.
Arifin, welcome to stream.
Rossi ready to challenge. Looks like maybe even the snake bite committed up towards Nest to try to zone him back.
Haven't been able to get the plant down comfortably. Tex again, so tricky to deal with on this B site. He's so cagey, so smart in how he plays.
Carpe now in a very dangerous position. Aspas seeking target, the wraparound over here towards main, getting ready to come through. There's the push out, and Carpe not going to be good for either kill. Push up
Anjing,
the corner,
ketahuan.
Rossi wary about every single angle, but they will just hound him down. The push forward to the bonus conversion. Lev start things off 3-0.
Yeah, this is not a good start, not a good look for T1 to kick this off. Meanwhile, Leviathan, King 6-2.
Oke, Arifin, jangan lupa like.
Tremendous
Makasih.
value. Aspas hasn't even died yet, 3-0. They're doing a great job of being patient. A good flash there from Mazzino through that toxic screen, and Tech's so aware of his positions.
Ini
He's
bencana.
so difficult to dislodge. Saw it time and time again in their match against Gen G, where he would do some serious damage, hiding behind the pillar, waiting for the perfect moments to strike.
Mimi was highlighting it on the desk. I mean, Aspas, known quantity,
Aspas ini,
putting up
cuy.
incredible figures in that
Aspas,
previous series, but
cuy.
Tex was the one right there with him. Very consistent performance from him, and so far right now,
Coba kalau T1 duelisnya sejago Aspas.
Well, you get King firing too, then that's a tough go for any team in this tournament.
Dukung mana Ci?
It's gonna pop
Ya
out there,
dukung
Aspas
T1
waiting.
cuman
Okay, they get the spot on him. Can't find the kill.
ini jagoan Aspas gimana dong?
Maybe for a second he wanted to fake the exit, but does decide to commit it. Swings in and he'll just
T1
take that
bagus jadi
exterior all the
Pasifik, cuma
same.
kalau ketemu Aspas gimana
This man is
guys?
absolutely fearless.
Gimana Mr. Salty?
Cyan out looking to create similar scenes over here on A.
Bel
Push
coba
up
kalau
through
spesial
the
malah
double
cocok.
doors, looking for target,
Oh
but that
cocok gua.
tailwind is going to be expiring here soon. Mazzino up on the top, not going to be spotted. Cyan does get the headshot, registers. Mazzino's there, but he cannot find the shot. Mazzino takes him down. Maintaining that man advantage here for Lev.
Still continuing this advance. Toxic screen gonna go up.
Bisa kali beli di
Try to
mana?
give them at least enough space to get the plant. The recon dart
Mana
goes through, and they're just
uangnya?
gonna get two
Ah!
of those sheriffs.
The timing is absolutely fantastic. Calm going to be taken down
Throw,
now. Rossi
throw,
moves
throw.
forward, strikes, is able to find Mazzino. King now arriving, snappy with a headshot there onto the Yoru. Keeps it at a 2v2. Weapons not really recovered here, and Carpe delayed on this plant. King about to get out on top of this Sova, and I don't think he's going to be ready for it, but somehow he is. Draws at the classic
Kom lu sih lama banget
What
sih,
around this
temen lu
would be
udah
for
gerdak
T1.
kuduk anjing.
to win, to get themselves on the board. Tex, though, still needing to be feared, has the cam that he can reset up. Cage set, tap on that spike. Carpe wrapping around the backhand side, an easy enough kill. Is now Rossi. Noting him. Can he play this time perfectly?
Does a snake
Knows that
bite.
he's
Gak
not
bisa
on
lu
it.
half. Nah, half.
Wants to jiggle it. Oh no, the snake
Ah!
bite. Play another
Ah! Molingnya salah.
Rossi botches it.
But I thank
Tex
you,
will get the
baby.
headshot. Red Bull
Anjing.
clutch as Lev move up 4-0.
Bubuk
And
banget
even
sih.
when it looks like T1 might be able to get a thrifty win, kind of change the
Rossi
destiny
lu, wah.
of their team in this first half.
Rossi gue
A
kecewa
little
banget
bit of
sama
a
lu
mistake
anjing.
there from Rossi, and then couldn't settle
Gue
himself
kecewa banget
down.
sama lu
Find the
Rossi,
shots with
Rossi.
the
Gue
sheriff.
selalu puji-puji lu di Pasifik,
Tex
cok.
again.
Kecewa banget sih.
So
Gue kecewa
calm
berat.
under pressure here. I clipped the edge of the box. Yeah, that happens. And that just makes it easy there. Tex expecting the repeat.
Right off the corner. Right off the corner, and that's a problem. Only one bite now. You don't get that second opportunity. Speaking of ops, though. Aspas, one in hand. Shock darts forward here onto the side to try to clear out some of these trap wires. As Izu leads the way, but what a shot! Aspas ready for the entry! Picks Saya apart! Call coming through here with the Hunter's Fury. Dragged out of the dimensional drift. Izu will be able to find the kill there on the text before getting taken down by Mazzino. Now a 3v3. There's the site. Taken here by T1.
Still, though, got this lurking player to account for. King again. He laid in there. Has the Viper's pit, too, if he can find one pick.
Working his way around the back. 0 point just to check close. No one is in that position. King now starting to work his way forward. Rossi, attention, turned away from main. Does manage to find a kill. Looks to resteady, but I think it's a little bit of damage there on the King.
Aduh,
Able to find
anjing.
comp.
Nyabun,
Snake bite
cok.
goes into the back. King with the tap on the spike. Finds a headshot.
Masih menang, an.
Got it. A three-piece from the IGL. King keeps him firmly in the driver's seat.
And we've been seeing it early and often. Part of the game plan here for Leviathan. It's going to allow King, their IGL, to get info and find these late lurks. And a Red Bull clutch again for the side of Leviathan. A little bit off there initially, but that's okay. Got it done in the end. Snakebite to force him out. Knew the angle they were going to be going to. And he's like a little finger wag there. And an early advantage for Leviathan. They're up 5-0.
Eh, jangan lupa like dulu
And
teman-teman.
the T1 fans in the audience,
Arah-arah, jangan lupa like dulu.
heartbroken so far.
And that's going to be the timeout call coming
Rossi
through.
udah rebahan guys.
5-0 lead for Lev. T1 start on the attack. That makes it even more devastating.
Yep. This is usually where T1's doing their damage, but you haven't been able to find much value out of the Yoru stuff, except for the round where you're able to, you know, string together the Hunter's Fury with the Dimensional Drift. Otherwise, I haven't seen much impact from the Yoru utility. I haven't really seen many flashes connecting. The fake outs haven't been really that impressive in terms of, you know, buying a little bit of extra space or something like that. The gate crashes, just kind of, he's used a few fakes here and there, but not really finding much value is Izu out of that Yoru utility, and that's a concern for T1 because he was, statistically speaking, their weakest player in their previous matchup against G2. So, gotta look to him to start turning it around. I mean, this is a guy that
Lah,
A
kok
lot of people
TY?
very high on
Dia
it. Pacific is Izu. And he needs to start showing
Yang
up.
mana anjing jago banget ya.
T1 can get this done, but
Dia masih menang anjing.
I mean, King is 10 and
Kacau
3
nih
right
T1
now.
woi.
Absolutely monstrous start to this map.
It's going to be a bit off the rip here.
Kacau banget lu.
Biting a dart
TY.
from the side of T1 to try to get a catch up in front. Doesn't get the ping though here off that drone. King still playing elusively.
Udahan kali ya. Udahan gak sih
Staying
kita
tucked
guys?
back. Just gets dazed
Bubar
up there
jalan
for a
kali,
brief
udahan.
moment. Flash out, Calm gonna be blinded up, does end up falling, but Mazzino answering back in kind, able to find Izu, but cannot get
Bisa-bisanya
Saya player.
masih di side.
An advantage there from
Sampai
just a
masih
moment.
menang,
Tex now
left
striking
Ayatan.
the neural
T1
theft, gonna be
gua
coming
nggak habis
through.
pikir sih.
Invested.
Gue bener-bener gak habis pikir.
Pings come through off that neural theft. They have to play this out very cautiously. Reveals in, Tex just drifting around here, trying to get the pinch. As Ospas works his way around the back, shot through, looks for the follow-up, and there's the strike from Tex. Just clean from Lev.
Anjing.
They lose that on 3 members short, but they carry over and up.
Anjir.
They have cash building up, and T1 are committing ultimates into these rounds.
And not getting much out of it.
Videografer yang
It's,
harus tim.
it's a good
Halo,
start. This time around, we get to see
Cepet amat.
a good push here from Saya and
Ah.
Izu. Using that
Ah,
mobility
yeah,
advantage,
yeah.
they have to get past that Viper's pit early and make King's life uncomfortable. They put down their pit of their own, and because of the neural theft, they decide to
Ini
abandon
ke arah
it.
udahan gak sih? Udahan ini udahan.
They're in that neural theft because they'll see you going for it, just take you out. So they try to do something a little bit tricky, expecting the flank angle, but just get taken right out by
Baru mau bilang comeback
Aspas.
asu lah.
Who's just
Aduh
too
anjir
clean with
gitu
the
aja masih
blades.
kalah cok.
Saya, speaking
Masya
of blades,
Allah
has some of his
Tuhan.
own. Try to make some
Kasian
miracles
gua sama
happen
T1.
here, but right now T1 is getting
Aduh, gue sampai gak
outclassed
peduli sama posisi
in
rambut gue
every
gimana ini
regard.
anjing.
Shock dart to try to clear one of the trips, but been wisely split apart here by Tex. One to watch in Halls. They're on that left side main approach. Saya now creeping forward. Mazzino going to be the first contact point here for him, and he gets the early spot on the Saya. Catching the elbow.
lagi yang barusan, yang mana?
Find a headshot there on a King. Putting that
Ya,
Viper
Voyager
down, but
magang
now he
lagi
is
Bel,
alone here on the side.
boleh.
Creeping his way through center pyramid. Calm now.
Gabut ke
spotting
Jazz
it.
apa,
Izu
Cok?
still does manage to drop Mazzino, but Calm should be able to rotate over and bring him back into the fold if he can get his way across here. And it looks like
Anjir!
Bring
Masya Allah!
endeavor. Xurate gonna go pushing forward, trying to get the catch here. Does interrupt it. Does put Calm down. Now the bleed out. Mazzino dead on the floor. A 2v2. But it's Tex and Aspas. Both still alive. One recovered Vandal here for the side of Xurate. He hears that weapon pick up, gets a headshot on the
Apakah?
Tex.
Jalan-jalan sore? Oh boleh.
Revealed. Has to go
Apakah
for the reload.
Aspas bisa clutch? Aspas kalau kata gue
Just
mah
fishing
kurang-kurangin
around that wall,
begitu ya.
Trying to see what he can spot. Gets a glimpse of Xurate. Knows how low he is. Wants to try to find the finisher. Can't quite make it happen. 6 bullets remaining in the clip. Wants to reload this once again. Knows that it's going to make noise. Knows that they're
Udah di
going to
kanan, udah di
right
kanan.
now. The movement from the side of T1 is
Aduh,
looking good.
ente.
There'll be a MasterCard thrifty for T1 to finally get themselves on the board here in
Gak
round
apa-apa,
number
Aspas
7.
lu udah
Yeah,
jago
just a
banget.
few timing mistakes here for Leviathan. Probably cost him this round. You know, Calm there, thinking that he has time to use his utility to try to back up his teammate. Actually ends up allowing Izu to slip between the pyramids and get that kill onto Mazzino. And then they're able to just kind of play ring around the rosy on Aspas. Tremendous cosplay. And then a good use there of the toxic screen at the end to obscure their movement, their presence by T1. So having Rossi alive, very valuable. Op in the hands for both of our Jets. So could be a really interesting one. Another dimensional drift for Izu though.
Gue dukung T1, tapi kalau Leviathan menang ya udah gitu. Gue gak dukung siapa-siapa sih. Cuma nonton doang. 42 orang paling. Arah. Jangan lupa like dulu gak sih? Makasih.
Gonna be used. Just sending that out, but no one getting caught or getting grabbed
Netralis,
here by Carpe the drone.
fix.
Will lead the charge, but I don't think he can get deep enough to be able to spot out Aspas. So yeah, he goes unscouted. Fire player has crept across the opposite side, but now Carpe gonna be taken down. Downwind at the ready, and yeah, nailing that shot. Gonna prove
Emang
to be
Aspas
a
nih
bit difficult
duelis
for
paling
Saya,
jago
unable
anjir.
to answer back anything here with the
Sepanjang
assault.
masa nih duelis paling jago Aspas cok.
Now we're going to see a rotation
Gak ada
out
lah,
T1.
si
Pretty
Second
static
itu
on what site they've been attacking,
atau si
other than the
Demon
pistol
1
round.
tuh gak ada
Uses the
anjir.
cams to spot it.
Aspas
It's
paling
clear,
jago.
but immediately Tex is heading over. Izu going to pop
Pure
his ult,
duelis
trying
Aspas.
to get
Pegang
a
kata
read
gue.
on the positionings
Enggak,
here
enggak.
of the members
Kekurangannya
of
T1,
Left. They're
duelis
stuck in
mereka
arches.
kurang.
Yeah, they're just gonna be playing
Jujur-jujuran
sat back
aja nih
here.
gue.
Hunter's Fury now
Duelisnya
open
nggak
up
banget.
Calm, looking for a target, does have that. Ping out onto Xurate, but can't quite hound him down. It's just a little bit of damage there onto his teammate. For now, Izu just going to be sat here behind the boxes, the half wall. Ooh, the jump across X-Grid does not escape. Tex able to find the headshot, taking him down now. Izu.
Here we go again.
Looking around the corner here of Elbow, but King continues to lurk forward. He pushes out into main. Carpe does have a deep line of sight, but he has to hit that shot. He has to get that kill. Push coming in. He's able to line it up, and Ozpos finding Izu, softening up the sight. Side player able to find a second. Goes for the re-peek once again. As Rossi tries to hold firmly here.
Ayo Aspas, menangin. Nice.
He does get Ozpos before getting taken down, but Saya still multiple
Anjing
players.
gitu aja miss tai.
Try to get
Masya
through.
Allah
Mazzino
Tuhan Allah.
held out a little bit wider. He's able to take out the diffuser. I think he might have just delivered the round victory. Yeah, the time not going to be there. Mazzino will try to tuck away, try to keep himself alive, but he cannot. It's a Red Bull clutch, another one, I believe the third one on the map that we've had. T1 will get themselves a second round win, but they cannot carry any weaponry forward.
Yeah, and this is just T1 sees the op. They're like, nope, forget that. We're not gonna try it. We can probably get over towards B. Maybe Tex is there. He usually is. But that
Sibel dukung siapa sih? Nggak dukung siapa-siapa.
lets you know that he's probably playing
Netral.
offside. Because
Lu dukung level, enggak sih netral gua.
To work around the pillar.
Gua nggak dukung siapa-siapa aja.
And a little bit more comfort to go for that plant.
Tapi ngeliat Lafayette, gue dukung Lafayette sih. Gue pengen Aspas menang, Cok. Gue pengen lihat Aspas di playoff, tau gak sih? Aspas jago, anjir. Gue pengen lihat Aspas di playoff. Dia tuh unlucky, Cok. Nice! Jago banget Aspas, anjir. Jago banget lu.
Just managed to find that shot. Wow. What is that? Gonna have to see this one back as the neural depth is gonna be invested. He goes pushing forward. Saya wanting to try and defend, stop him from getting these weapons in hand. Tex continuing to live up to the name with that sheriff. Dash at the ready. Saya suspicious of it, finds that kill. Can get this plant, but now finds himself in a 1v1. Calm should be able to recover this. Panel gonna be picked up at Saya. Just playing up the timing here, and Calm, he doesn't hear the plant come through. He's gonna play this out patiently, wait for a little bit more confirmation, but no! Caught with util in hand.
Aduh, Kom, lu kenapa
beautifully
sih?
done. It's another Red Bull clutch. T1 get themselves up to 3.
Yeah, that's awesome from Saya. Reads that so well. Looked like
Kom anjing di mana-mana 1v1 gak usah pakai util anjing.
For a thrifty of their own. This shot from Tex. Oh, they just walk into it. Oh no.
Apa nih?
Oh no, X-Cure had just scooted in behind Carpe there. And he was just holding the angle. And that almost turned that round around. So now, Leviathan's turn to take a timeout. Curious what they want to talk about. That round went pretty well, all things considered.
A couple things to tighten up here. I don't mind teams sometimes being a little bit more loose with the timeout calls. Just seeing even just minor mistakes that are allowing for these near, victories to come through for the side of T1. Leviathan, they're looking for domination. They started off with it. They don't want T1 creeping their way back in.
Yeah, best targeting player, absolutely.
Some deep cut references there.
You're gonna have to explain that one to me.
OW.
Ah, okay. I figured it was something with that. I mean, if I could say anything, I'd just say, just be a little bit more firm in your, defense on the B site with Tex. That would be the only thing that I thought cost him around, was just kind of giving up that site, making an over-rotation towards A off the contact of the Owl drone a couple rounds ago. Other than that, I think they're doing pretty solid. I mean, probably a reminder to Calm to keep your gun out a little bit more. Be a little bit more careful with when you decide to switch to your util, but other than that, not too bad. You do have a Hunter's Fury and a Reckoning now for Tier 1, but
well,
they got
a little minor team flash.
Yeah.
Drone getting the spot. Calm going to be backing away. Reckoning now to try to open up this B site. Calm to try to escort forward. Izu makes the gate crash here into the back, but does eat a little bit of damage. Down to 56 here just from blind spray alone.
Man.
Pushes up. Here's the reload. Saya out wide in a very risky position, and he is instantly punished. He and X-Rip both going to be taking down Hunter's Fury. Coming across, Ozpos trying to get in on top of this Sova. He's just not able to do so. Izu eventually does find the covering fire, but Tex swiftly answers back. Calm online, takes out Carpe. Now it is all on Rossi. Finds the first, cannot find the second. And has left the timeout. Will end up working for them. They get themselves now up to 7 on this defender side.
Yeah, really good teamwork here from Leviathan on this retake. I'm not so sure that I completely like what T1 did here in this post plant, because right off the rip, the whole time I'm watching Carpe, because he has the Hunter's Fury, after the Reckoning is invested to clear space on the site, he pushes himself into the back corner. Now he's got a crossfire set with Izu. Izu's job is to watch him while he's Hunter's Furying and covering him. However, Aspas, yes, exactly. Aspas gets in there, and Izu can't really lock down his position, and that leaves Carpe out to dry a bit. Now Izu does end up getting the kill, but then he becomes an easy trade because Carpe has to back so far up. I think I like it a little bit more on those B hits if T1 sets up deeper in their post plants. Aspas with the blades once again. Saya as well. Going to be popping his on another eco for T1.
Knives and Shorty. Classic setup. It's looking like a very aggressive push down halls. Just making plenty of noise. The ambiguity not going to be necessary here. They want to be a little bit more pacey on this one as King does get spotted. Saya going to be taken down on the entry. Dead. The top orange up over the top. Aspas trying to find a kill, but it's going to be Mazzino collecting a second as Izu does fall. A third for Mazzino, spraying through, play up the tracers.
Datang
Now he's on for the ace. They know exactly where X-Curate is tucked away at. Do they try to hand it over to him? No, Com will steal it away.
Parah banget sih, Kom. Lu
But
gak
all the
seru, lu
same,
gak asik,
it's
anjing.
Lev winning the round.
Si
Smiles
Bapak
and
emang
bound. He's not going to
berubah
be
ya,
too bothered
otomatis
by
Kak.
it.
Iya.
Lev move up to 8.
Otomatis.
And every time that Saya players had those blades, he's shut down instantly by Leviathan. You know, you got to talk about one of the key factors in this match is that Jet v Jet battle. And certainly you expect Aspas to be the favorite in that battle. But you and I were talking about this before the match, Achilleos, that we needed to see Saya really step up today. We needed to see him have a big game. And so far, he hasn't been able to find that next level to help T1 find success.
Needing that, kind of career-defining impact. But look at this push-up. Multiple players lurking forward here into the smoke. Izu able to answer back onto one, but Mazzino now going to be shut down.
Whoa!
It's Carpe and X-Curate. Once again, just next to each other, taken down in the collat. This time, Aspas is up. Spike now on the floor. Rossi drifting across up top.
Eh, otak kebo lu so asik, bego.
Wary about a push out here, but Saya, just statuesque. Doesn't want to move an inch.
I wouldn't either. It's so difficult,
Diam lu.
you know,
Bungkam.
because Aspas is so willing to re-peek angles on you, to re-aggress in your direction. Now they're going to grab the spike.
Gandengan mulu Securate,
Him and Rossi
iya.
once again,
Nempel
left in an
mulu
odd man
nih.
situation. Seen this way too many times this half for T1, where it's down to these two to try to clutch it out. Good
Terus
updraft.
apa gua nggak
Hell
gitu
of a
anak kuda
flick.
anjing.
Saya works his way forward here onto the site, but they still need for this arrival to come through from Rossi. Tap onto the door, draw some attention. Com trying to hold that at bay. Tuck back around the opposite side of pillar here for Aspas, so he's not spotted out. Saya wary about it, drifting further, closer. It's going to be Com who's able to find that kill, and Tex off screen will deal with Rossi. 9-3 on the half. Lev way out in front.
Phenomenal half from Lev. That's all you can say. It was amazing, especially against this T1 team and this T1 comp. This is a comp that's meant to brutalize you on the attacker side with this Yoru and Harbor. Trying to isolate fights, but X-Curate just never had opportunities to get much going. It felt like sometimes because they were just getting torn apart in the beginning of
Aspas bisa main
rounds.
kayak gitu. Saya player mana berani anjir.
That's so important. Harbor util to do what they want to do. And even when they had a little bit of extra time in the beginning of rounds, it was pretty well read.
Well, now that we're in the halftime, let's go ahead and catch up with King in one of our Omen player moments.
Hi, I'm King, current IGL for Leviathan, and I also play controller. I mean, obviously in Americas we already know each other. We know kind of how each team plays, and we have like a lot of game plans and stuff. And same thing with Genji, we did had a lot of game plans. They just played better than us, and they have this kind of style of just fighting everything and being really aggressive, but in such a coordinated way that it's not any team does that in America. I mean, honestly, Genji, I just felt they just play better. I don't know how else to put my finger in it. They just had a better game plan at last two maps.
Towards mid. Extra and Meteor, but oh my god.
Trying to rush out of garage, and Aspas is having none of it. Spots the head of another, but cannot find the shot. But already damage dealt. Further found. Tex guns down 2. Push under tube. He thinks not. The jiggle peek out, the knives
Kan
out
lebih suka
cold.
gua nonton
Osmos
papain
wanted to put a
Valo ya
finish to
guys.
this.
By the way gue satu map
Counting
aja ya, gue gak enak
everything,
badan
and
cok.
it's a blind shot through the wall.
Sorry ya teman-teman, gue gak enak badan
Most
anjing.
valuable thing I learned is that it doesn't matter
Presentase
to be
5%.
the perfect IGL, or it doesn't matter to always do the perfect calls. It's most important as an IGL and
Hop ya guys.
make them excel at their game
Anjing.
because of you leading them basically. And I know we will.
Thank
if
you,
we work
Suryantara,
hard
thank
and
you Handi.
just
Streamer
make
gak
everything
niat,
perfect
bukan gak
how
niat
it should
cok.
be.
Gue udah niat, udah dandan gue tuh. Udah nyatok. Tapi aduh gue gak enak badan banget, gak kuat anjing.
Well, so far, it's been damn near perfect for the side of Lev.
Thank you Wazowski. Match 2
Devastating
DRG lawan
out
apa
here,
ya?
41 on their map, pick
Foot,
up
DRG
Breeze.
lawan Foot.
And one of the big things that we were talking about that the desk was highlighting as well was just wanting to see kind of the rest of the team
Maaf
step
ya
up
teman-teman, makasih
alongside
loh semuanya.
Aspas, alongside Tex who are
By the
fighting
way guys,
that
sekarang lebih
immense amount
temen
of
gue
impact in the series
main
versus
Valo
Gen G. So
apa
far, we've seen
nobar
it. I mean, Mazzino right now,
match
the
guys.
front runner.
Yeah, this is the
Thank you,
aim
Yosadewa.
check map. I mean, everybody knows it, that this is the map where you have to be really sharp with your mechanics. And Leviathan has come in.
Thank you.
Sharp as
Aduh
heck
pakai
today.
tek pas
I
anjing.
mean, Mazzino had some huge rounds. King starting it out, setting the pace early with some of those lurks, some of those big multi-kills.
Nomor habis
Tex,
lagi
as
masih
always,
season.
just so sturdy
Makanya.
so far this event
Apa
for
aja
Leviathan.
suka.
And you have to be so concerned because for Leviathan, when they went up against Gen G, they only had 4 rounds on their defender side total on this map. And now they've got 9. So this is, well, a little bit of a rock, paper, scissors battle between Tex and Rahasi. Not sure who won. I didn't see what Tex threw on that last one.
Didn't quite get to see it. Good to see the camaraderie across the stage coming through. Looks like maybe a brief little issue there with comm and everything taken care of. Monitor the picture. It's back in. So we're getting final ready checks. Go ahead and get the second half of Breeze underway. See who takes this opening pistol, because for T1, it is a very necessary one.
No doubt. And they're investing into the guns. 4 Ghosts and a Sheriff. And some util there for sure. You know, Excurate, a little bit of his. Carpe's got 2 shock darts.
Game-game yang
Izu,
fun dah, Pasmo gitu
Flash.
seru ya.
So, a lot to work with here for T1 on their defender side. They got 2 Ghosts, 2 Sheriffs, and a Classic. Com gonna go for the Owl Drone by as the Sova. Try to get some info for them on this attacker side. This early high tide does make it a little bit tricky. You're worried about
Gas game
somebody trying
horror
to
anjir.
isolate
Gue gak
a
takut
player
masalah
or
sama
two
Pasmo.
on the inside of
Gue
it.
carry
Also cuts
anjir
off
main
Hall.
Pasmo.
So it makes it pretty difficult to know how far they've pushed up.
Solo aja
Now
bisa
they're able
gue,
to get
no
a little bit of
evident.
info, clear some space, and go for this execute.
Suppress out.
Kenapa sih horror game bel?
Against the
Boleh.
wall, there's a dash up, pushes it. He's able to find one
Ya,
before getting taken
nyabun
down, but still
anjing,
decent
scoret.
damage. Deltas, Aspas down to 49. Shock darts here, dump from Carpe, not finding the connection, but Izu's headshot.
Oh lah, menangin lah.
Tex now tapping the door, spotting one, but Izu able to find that. Looks for third for himself, can't get it. But Carpe will go ahead and take out Com. T1 starting things off here on the defender side with a pistol win.
Yeah, able to give themselves enough space to really set up for this crossfire on the entry to A. So everybody in good positions. Izu turns that flash nicely, and then immediately swings out. I'm a little bit shocked that Excurate swung his head out.
It was an aggro push.
Yeah, it was a bit aggro, but you know what? He got a kill out of it. He got the trade. Gave his team a lot of info that a lot of players were there, so kind of using himself as that human owl drone. And they're going to get aggressive towards mid. Looking for that early pick, but nobody home. Leviathan now spread out in a 3-2. Spike just being picked up, so...
Demonologis, anjir, kalau itu serem sih.
Try to get that Hunter's Fury going as quick as possible. And
Demonologis lumayan serem.
the Sheriff, the only weaponry buy to speak
Tapi dia
of
kayak masih beta gitu gak sih?
Leviathan.
Ooh. Well, re-swing out here from Saya. Trying to find that kill. It's going to be Izu over at elbow. Getting some value here for him as Tex. Oh, just swaps over to the Sheriff, draws it down, finds the kill.
No lagi
Now
nge-host.
Bulldog. Cam set up. Ooh, the tuck away. Saya eluding, being spotted. He is able to get that no-scope.
That's
Making
huge.
up for the previous blunders.
That's massive. That's 2 guns down in that hall that nobody can pick up now for Leviathan safely or comfortably. from their perspective, they have
Udah
no
ada sih
idea.
di Steam.
Somebody's been pushing that angle. Information is gone
Beta
on
kan.
that side of the map.
Komen pelembab mukanya bagus Bel. Gue pakai pelembab yang lagi gue buat. Gue pakai pelembab Belfic tapi belum dirilis. Masih lagi trial gitu.
Saya, nice shot. Able to catch King there, jumping across. Mazino swinging out, but unable to find the punish. Shockdart just gonna go flying through.
Gak enak
Ends up
banget
missing
main
X-Crit as Carpe. Wanted to try to pressure him out, but gonna be X-Crit collecting that kill, collecting Mazino, and keeping them in this map. 5 rounds now here for T1.
Kapan kira-kira
Most of
rilis?
the weaponry
Mungkin
carried over.
sebulan lagi.
Yeah, I like this from T1. I like the discipline in their peak timings. Really, really smart about it. I mean, Saya can afford to get a little bit aggressive out in the open there with that Marshall, but you know, you get the first kill.
Cibel buat produk sendiri, iya.
Sure, you drop over that sheriff.
Aku pakai pelembabku sendiri.
Saya's over there to shut that down. Keep those 2 guns out of the hands of Leviathan, and then X-Curate not over peeking, not over swinging. Seeing 2 players there, that's huge. Something that sometimes, you know, a player of X-Curate's confidence might throw his life away there. They also did a good job trading in Hall, so that's the T1 that needs to come through here on this defender side. An opportunity now for a big bonus conversion and really potentially.
Kenapa ya orang-orang kalau watch party lebih rame daripada main Valo? Gue main Valo lebih rame daripada watch party anjir. Kenapa udah thank you Andi?
Holding an angle, but oh man, ripped to pieces. Doesn't get any damage in response. He's now down to 6 HP. X-Curate in a very gambly spot here. Just outside the window. Do they look for him? The answer is going to be yes, they do, but he still gets the second before falling. And Izu finds his mark.
Thanks,
Headshot
Bel.
across.
Anytime.
Aspa's going to be taken down. And this is a gorgeous round thus far here for T1. Still more work to be done.
Lupa marah-marah Bel,
Pushing into the back. Izu going to get timing there.
Sambil marah.
Ends up falling, but it's a man advantage.
Lah emang kalau main Valo nggak
Instantly straight with a
berinteraksi?
headshot, but King snappy with it. The one tap. They're stacked up, and he nearly manages to bail them out. Rossi will survive with 54 HP.
Gue kalau ninja di sini nggak apa-apa nggak sih? Gue kayaknya udah nggak kuat
That's
anjing.
something the teams will do from time to
emang
time.
gue
And it just got
kambuhan,
pinged
Cok.
out on the map of Leviathan to make sure that they're going to be
Tim favorit
aware
internasional,
from now
Peprex.
on. Not going to get another opportunity.
Tapi
but
tim
what a
favorit
time
internasional
to spring
yang
that
luar
trap here for
negeri
T1 to give
Sentinel.
themselves the bonus as well.
Banyakin
And all of a sudden,
gandengan.
We've got a map on our hands. Opportunity there for King, and he
Besok
was
dia
so
live ya guys.
close.
Besok kita live main Valo. Besok ada Shanghai nggak sih?
So much value. Saya able to go for the outlaw here. Another aggressive push on the mid. And Texas just dead.
Great read here from the
Besok
side of
itu jangan
T1.
paksain.
Getting that
Ayo
early
Sage
punish.
adem anjas. Makasih. Guys, gue ninja dulu ya. Maaf banget nih.
Going out there at mid
Kalian
pyramid.
bisa nonton di channel
Gonna
lain.
be
Maaf
held
ya.
at bay for now, but no swings into the backside. Izu going to take it out.
Oke, teman-teman ya.
Rossi creeping forward.
Makasih, makasih,
Heads are on
guys.
the come, and now this round is very much getting out of hand here for T1.
Mohon maaf
Shot
ya,
from
maafin
Saya
gue ya.
Going wide, cannot get the hit on
Besok
the
kita
come.
live ya guys.
It's been a very necessary opener. Reckoning is available, but do you commit it here?
Yes.
Looks like the answer is good.